Well, on paper, it looks like an awful mismatch, but this is why they play the games. Woodstock taking on Mill River. Second time this year. Mill River winning rather handily up at Woodstock, but it'll take a good effort by the Wasp. There's the Minutemen coming off that tough 44-42 loss to Windsor the other night and looking to rebound to the win here. That shot taken from the outside by Bagley was no good. Lead with a putback is missed, and the rebound will come down to number 25, Blakelock. Not a lot of depth on the bench for Woodstock. That could become an issue as far as foul trouble, and if Mill River decides to push the issue and press the ball and pick the tempo of the game up and try to get them into a fatigue pattern. And they'll be backed up by number 12, Pierce. She'll get the ball off to Stone. Stone looks like she's going to run the point, and it's Nicole Stone, number 11, against Michaela Stone, number 5. And that'll be a foul called on Michaela Stone. Of course, a lot of times, too, what can happen is that the team that's heavily favored can come out a little bit flat against an opponent that they've already defeated rather handily once. And hopefully that won't be the case here for Mill River. You're watching Munger Vision from the Dean Holt Memorial Gymnasium. And right now, one of the biggest things for Woodstock is just get organized. That ball's going to squirt out to Lee. She's going to take it on the dribble, and she's got the angle up, and no. Made that a little bit tougher shot than it had to be, and we'll stay scoreless 1 minute in the contest as Nicole Stone will can spin away from the pressure and get the ball up on his side and blocked cleanly by Bagley. She'll make the big block. Long pass, Lee wide open, not a defender near, and the basket. It'll be 2-0 Mill River off the Amanda Lee bucket, so it was as easy as it looked right there. Lee in the right spot in the press, and Bagley got it. I don't know, you know, you look at Woodstock and they've had phenomenal success at soccer, which means they have some great athletes. Are good athletes, but their basketball program's always been kind of on the verge of a bubble burst, kind of like their softball team, but this has got the makings of an ugly basketball game right here. So with a 4-0 lead, it'll be ball out of bounds to Woodstock. It'll be number 23, Iavani, that will bring the ball into play, or try to bring the ball into play. It's going to be tipped, and not only tipped by Bagley, but stolen by Bagley to Lee. And Turgeon with the bucket. Of course, Turgeon coming off a great effort, a great ball game against Windsor. And that will come into the hands of Maxim, number 20. Maxim's going to actually try to dribble through a double team, and Turgeon made the steal. Turn around, handed it off to Taggart, and then the grab by Woodstock's number 25, Blakelock, will be called for the foul. What she did there was lost her balance when she fell backwards. She kind of put her arms out to break her fall and grabbed a hold of Taggart. She grabbed what was ever closest to her, and it was Taggart. That's her first personal foul. 6-0 Mill River, and 5:40 to go in the first quarter of play. And Turgeon posting up. Well, boy, if they give her that spot all day, she'll have a phenomenal point total at the end of the night. And that's going to be, well, saved, but it'll be out of bounds, and it'll be Mill River basketball. It was a good effort by Pierce, but if she lets it go, I believe it would have been Woodstock ball. Once with the Minutemen are going to run here. Looks like the stack play to come in. Bagley, 3-balling it. No. Rebound, Lee, blocked straight down, picked up by Pierce. To Stone. Boy, Woodstock just, at this point, looking like they never got off the bus. They're going to put the shot up, and it'll be short. Saved, and right to Turgeon. Turgeon with the good hands will take the one dribble and then push the pass off to Bagley. Front court, Lee makes the ball fake and want to kick the pass back. That was Taggart. They gave up the shot. Now Bagley. Pass the defender, a little pass out to Stone. No. Rebound comes out of the pack. It's Iavani, number 23. Block right back to Iavani. Blocked again, and Iavani twice denied, both times by Bagley. To Turgeon. Well, I see her keep her hands alive, and she accidentally got Maxim, there we go, with an elbow. And right now, Maxim just trying to wait for the coach to come out and take a look at her. Yep, and I'm looking to see if it's a nose or a tooth or just a jaw right now. But they'll let her kind of gather herself and see how she's going to be here. Maxim leaves, and Amanda Maxim, number 22, comes in to take her spot. That's going to be a foul. They got the ball down in the Maxim. Turgeon will be called for the foul on a push from behind, and the trainer taking a look at Courtney Maxim, and it seems like she's going to be all right. Probably going to be a little sore in that. If you've ever been hit in the mouth or in the jaw area with an elbow, it initially hurts a lot, but usually it's that night. Your hinge, your ear aches a lot. I know, I got punched a lot in the mouth, so. Turgeon with the grab, the ball showing up, no good. She followed it up and was stripped of the basketball, and the whistle will blow. As Blakelock will get up, I believe she might actually get the foul. 1-2, I'm sorry, it's nowhere near that. It's going to be Pierce called for the foul. Taggart will take the ball out of bounds. As Mill River looking at a 2-3 zone defense, and tell you the game-winning basket for Windsor on that layup. They had two calls in the huddle. They had an offensive play set for a zone defense and an offensive play set for man-to-man. Of course, they got a man-to-man when they came out and overloaded one side of the floor and isolated right against the single defender. Set a screen up high for her. But that was just a well-coached team from Windsor, and Coach McKay knew what he was doing. I didn't really understand the last possession by Mill River. They're down by 2 points, and they'd set up a three-point shot attempt. I guess to win it, but they could have gone for a 2-point. I would have posted up both Taggart and Turgeon. Turgeon was unstoppable down low the whole ball game. Plus, you might have gotten an offensive foul call, or at least an offensive rebound, but they opted to just try to. They never did get a shot off, but they tried to get a three-point play set up. Lee with the bucket will make it 10-0 Mill River, and we're just at 3.5 minutes left to play. Lee will get around and slap the ball away from Pierce. As Ames, number 11, and Burden, 33, come in the ball game for Mill River. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of people today play for Mill River. Yeah, I'd watched Woodstock play, not live, already this season, and I knew it was going to be, like I said, a mismatch. But this is going to be one of those real brutal ones. I don't know, it's a lot different watching them in person. Ames going to swing the ball over, and Bagley in the corner to Lee. 3-ball on it, and way long and strong. Stone came in, untouched, gave the ball back to Ames, and she'll swish it. Now, Ames is a shooter. She's instant offense off the bench, and going to have a Woodstock timeout there, down by 12, with still 2:48 to go in the first quarter of play. After the timeout, we'll get the pass up to Maxim in the front court, and she'll retrieve it off her fingertips to Pierce, to Blakelock, and now they'll just kind of, they can just set up their offense, run through a play, kind of settle down. Maxim turns, fires, no, ball tipped around, battle for the rebound, and it'll be off from Blakelock out of bounds. It should go to Mill River. That's what we're going to have. So yeah, the JV game prior to this, Woodstock mustn't have a JV team, because it was a Fairhaven JV squad here, and they defeated Mill River's JV squad in a very good ball game, even it being a 4-point difference. Ball will be tipped around and last touched by one of the Minutemen. Oh, I'm sorry, touched by Woodstock. White basketball. Ames to Lee, and they'll swing it around to Bagley. They wait for Ames to come open on the wing, and good quick passing out there by Mill River. And Bagley had the big tying shot against Windsor. Made that one under a lot less pressure right there. I'm just trying to see on the floor. It is Iavani going to take the ball out of bounds, number 23 for Woodstock. We'll get it in the back court to Pearson. She'll swing the ball all the way around to Harrington. Harrington listed as one of the captains Had Lee tapped the ball away from behind to Michaela Stone. She'll spin. Oh, what a Michael Jordan move that was. And Harrington will get the rebound off the missed shot. Or actually, it was Blakelock to Harrington off the missed shot. And Stone will be tackled by Harrington, and that will be a foul. Will be the third team foul. First on Harrington. Now, as Lee coming on the ball game, and Haley LaBelle-Steven, number 12, taking her spot. That's for Mill River. Nicole Stone also has checked back in for Woodstock. Ames got the defender to commit, didn't take the shot, and Bagley inside, up, under, and no. Well, that was Haley LaBelle-Steven with a nice move, but didn't get to finish. 15-0 Mill River with just a minute 16 to go in the first quarter. And oh, the best play offensively ran by Woodstock, and I'll miss the bunny shot. Here comes Bagley. To Burden, back to Bagley. No shot clock to worry about in the state of Vermont. Stone. Want to wrap the pass around, they're going to call travel. Boy, right idea. She just had to take that one extra step to actually get the angle to wrap the ball around to make the pass. Nyabani will get the ball to Stone. She had a couple of opportunities earlier in that sequence to get her the ball, but just made Stone work a little bit longer and harder to get open. Picked up by Harrington. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Has tipped, and now Harrington will cross the timeline. And a foul. Yeah, I call it a hand check. I don't know what Pat will call it. And he calls it a hand check foul. Yeah. Zayabani will take the ball out of bounds right in front of the bleacher side here, the Dean Houghton Memorial Gymnasium. That's Harrington. Now, see, I didn't understand that. Like, how did they coach that? She should have dribbled. It was all court. And Bagley with that strong upper body able to make space there and carve out enough room to get a layup. They'll go to 17-0. So Mill River on the verge of pitching a shutout here in the first quarter of play. And they will have 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Stone. Shot blocked, tipped around, ball on the floor, picked up by Maxim, lost the handle, and that's going to be it. And all Mill River first quarter, they'll be up 17-0 over Woodstock on Munger Vision. So it's Iavani and Harrington looking at a 2-3 zones. Stone, Maxim, and Maxim out there. So that's the 5 on the floor for Woodstock, looking for their first points of the contest. 8 minutes and 10 seconds into the basketball game, and Iavani going to flip the ball in bounds. It's Lee and Ames, Burden, Hinternetter, and Haley LaBelle-Steven out there for Mill River. Now, Hinternetter, I've never known in 4 years if it's Hinternetter or Hinterneater. And since I've never been corrected, I figure nobody listens from her family, so they don't care. So I'll go with Hinternetter. A 2-on-1 break, and it's going to be negated by the play by Lee as she broke it up herself with the steal. There's the pass to Ames, and boy, I don't know how she kept control of the ball, but she did. So we're up by 17 right now. They'll come this side to Haley LaBelle-Steven. They're going to post up Hinternetter, and I hope, well, it's none of my business, but hope Mill River just doesn't spread the floor and run the clock out. I hope they keep continuing to play basketball. It's not their job to stop themselves. But timeout by Mill River. They might be off the wrong page here, and they're trying to get settled down offensively with a new group in there. Well, we'll see what they're playing defensively now, Mill River. Can they have an awful quick athletic team out there? Ames with the steal up ahead to Burden. And a travel goal. Burden is trying to get the ball down the floor as quick as she could, as they had the numbers there, but unfortunately she took just that one step to get the power behind the throw, and that's what caused the travel. And the ball going to Iavani, and she'll have Harrington, number 24, who's listed as the captain of the team for Woodstock. To Nicole Stone. Point Ames almost able to reach it and tie her up. Zayavani, no. Rebound. LaBelle-Stevens will get it. LaBelle-Steven, no S. to Amanda Lee. And Amanda Lee, one of the captains from Mill River, will go to Ames. Back to Lee, and there's a long pass front court. 6.5 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, it's going to be last touch by Maxim, Amanda Maxim, number 22. The Hinternetter in and stripped of the ball on a good play by Woodstock. Iavani slowing it down, and now she'll hand the ball off to Stone. So Nicole Stone can go back to the point this play. Almost a takeaway by Burden. Won't give up the baseline, and this is going to be Maxim falling down. Jump ball called as LaBelle Stephen will tie her up. It's going to be a Mill River basketball. Or it's going to be a Mill River basketball. Sound like the Sopranos there. Lee applying the brakes all the way across to Burden, and that pass tipped will still get over to Haley LaBelle Stevens. She'll hit the trailer, which is Lee. On the run, no. Nice move, no finish. Push called on Hinternetter. That'll be the fourth team foul. No shots coming up. It'll just be ball out of bounds on the possession to Woodstock. And again, no pressure in the backcourt. Looks like a 2-3 zone being played by Mill River. They look like they're trying to be extremely passive on offense. Mill River is when they have the ball. They're spraying the floor. No, like they're trying not to run up the score. Trying to avoid taking a shot or being aggressive. They'll miss on that, and it'll be Mill River's. Ames got the rebound. Lee, LaBelle Stephen. And Burden. If they're going to do this, they should just have a running clock. Hinternetter lost her balance after she took one dribble. Ball poked away, and Iavani will pick it up now. Into the hands of Maxim, and then the turnover immediately. I'm not sure. I can't figure it out quick enough what Woodstock's philosophy is offensively, because they turn the ball over so quickly. There is no structure to it when they come down the floor. And a 3-second call on Hinternetter. That will give the ball over to Woodstock as Pierce coming back in the ball game. So it's Pierce to Harrington in the back court now, and Blakelock also 25 has come back in for Woodstock. 17-0. 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Mill River with the lead. It was 17-0 at the end of the first quarter. Nobody has scored here. Woodstock can't score, and Mill River's trying not to score. So this is how I just elected to spend my Saturday afternoon, a day that I had many weeks. I haven't had a weekend off. I got a weekend off, and the least they could do is just attempt to play basketball. Again, Woodstock with no pressure. I'm trying to see what they're playing. Looks like a zone of some nature. Well, if it's a 2-3, it's really not that well designed. Madeline Pritchard, or excuse me, not that well, what do you call it? Executed, that's the word. And it will be last touch by Woodstock. All right, so it'll be Mill River basketball. 17-0 Minutemen. Pritchard to the hole, got it. Madeline Pritchard with her first 2 points of the basketball game. And yes, I have done ball games where the travel call, where a team has gone to the halftime scoreless. I have done a game like that, yep. Not saying this is going to be one of them, but it's got a good possibility. With every second ticking off, it becomes closer and closer to reality. But not playing basketball, though. Mill River's really not doing themselves or Woodstock any service. It's hard to be sharp and execute when you're playing on eggshells. LaBelle Stephen to Pritchard. She will step inside, go to the left hand, missed a shot, and Blakelock will just wrap the pass around Hinternetter and get into the hands of Stone. Stone might have traveled, and I don't think they're going to be tight on the whistle here in this ball game. The shot missed, and Hinternetter with the rebound. There's the kick-out pass on the defensive boards to Lee. Hinternetter fouled, blocking foul called on Maxim. Hinternetter tying her shoe. Well, she figured I was on the floor, might as well tie my shoe, and that's what she does. As Maureen Taggart comes back in the ball game along with Alyssa Turgeon. Those are Mill River changes. They'll run that stack and just pop the ball up to Lee. Taggart, they'll go inside to Taggart. I'm sorry, to Turgeon. Now, if the game isn't sharp, it's hard to be sharp calling the game. I don't know if that's true for professionals who get paid and have corporate backing and media sponsorship and all kinds of people behind them. But I find it hard to be sharp if the game isn't sharp. Well, I'm looking now as Stone got to the corner. Who touched it last? Let's see. For the official to make the call, I believe it's going to stay with Woodstock. Pierce will take it out of bounds. Bagley's going to come in the ball game. Okay, Niagara Iavani. That's what the wait was for Woodstock. Iavani's coming in the ball game, and Stone will come out. Okay, so now we're all set to go. That's Harrington to Iavani. No. Hey, at least she had the open look and took it. Bagley is checked back in for Mill River also. Ames, no. Rebound comes down in the hands of Courtney Maxim. Maxim out to Pierce. Now they'll go back to Harrington. They've rotated between Stone and Harrington at running the point for Woodstock. Now Bagley, just too much quickness and the athletic ability on defense and made that takeaway look easy. Ames got it. 3-ball for Ames. Makes it a 22-0 game with a minute and a half to go before halftime. So Woodstock is on the edge, being shut out in the first half of basketball. Pritchard with the steal. Taggart to the front court, will attack the hole. No. Kept alive by Turgeon, couldn't control it. Here comes Maxim. Bagley back defensively and blocked it. Bagley can't locate the ball, and it was going to be last touched by Bagley out of bounds. That's about as athletic a play as you can never see. Bagley with a good block and almost able to keep the ball in play afterwards. 1 minute straight up to go here in this second quarter. Harrington, little running hook shot, got it. Oh, and that happened with 49 seconds left. The Mill River defense now can relax. The shutout is gone, 22-20. And it does look like it is possible that Mill River will take the last shot of the first half. Nope, they traveled. Well, they'll probably get the ball back again here, though, shortly. As Iavani will inbounds the ball to Harrington. And Mill River's going to pick up. I'm looking what they're playing right now. They're playing man-to-man, okay. Pierce, open, no. That's actually a well-executed play. Pritchard's rebound, the ball, her defensive pass out, and a jump ball call as Pritchard got in there and forced the jump ball on the block. So the ball will be taken out of bounds by Iavani. Maxim turns, wants to go baseline, and that's going to be out of play. It'll be Mill River ball with 7.7 seconds to go. And that's plenty of time for Mill River to get a decent shot, maybe an offensive putback even if they miss. Ames, open, got it. 3-ball for Ames. That's the don't adjust your set. That is the correct score in the varsity basketball game. 25-2 Mill River over Woodstock on Munger Vision. here to start out the second half of play. Not really a lot to talk about. Nice cut and good pass. Lee with the basket. As far as the first half, there really is no analysis. It was 25-2. It's now 27-2. Woodstock obviously probably could just barely put together a program. There are not a lot of numbers on the bench. Their coach looks very young and inexperienced at this level. I don't know that to be fact or not. I'm just watching them. No, they haven't really. Quickness-wise, they can't match up to Munger with the quickness. It'll be Iavani taking the ball out of bounds. Basically, though, there's just no analysis from the first half. It's one of those things where it's two teams very mismatched and stats don't lie. And boy, nice job by Bagley to go full length of the court and get the bucket. And the first four points of the ball game go to Mill River. It was right around a minute and a half, minute 24, I think, is when Woodstock scored their only point of the basketball game. So the JV game was Fairhaven versus Mill River JV. Now it's a good ball game. It was a 4-point game. Fairhaven with the win. Taggart will push the ball inside to Turgeon, and jump ball called as Turgeon tied up by Pierce, number 12, and it'll be Woodstock with the basketball. Not a lot to talk about at all other than the game. I promote myself now. That's all I got going for me. I got Sports Beat, the talk show that's on Channel 15's Monday at 4:30, Tuesday at 5:30, Thursday nights at 9. It's also on the internet. I got a bunch of games coming up. I know I have CSJ back home. I can talk about CSJ basketball. I see the boys team had a tough loss on the road to Fort Kent. They split with Fort Kent. That's Sunrise Conference matchups there. And it's looking like the 4 tournament teams will be Fort Kent, Fisher College, VTC, and St. Joe's. That's not official, but right now St. Joe's has defeated every team except Fisher and VTC. And I'll have the VTC game coming up for a later date on Munger Vision. 31-2 is the score. That's the score. Don't adjust your set. Hopefully they'll be able to take any timeouts here and they just let time run. They run the wheel up top. Shot on the run off the mark. Rebound will be Turgeon. Should go to the floor, and last touch by Woodstock. It should be Mill River basketball. To everybody's credit on the floor, they're playing hard like it's a tie ball game right now, and that's excellent. Good players to do that on both sides, whether you're ahead by a lot or behind by a lot. It's hard to sometimes push it into their head that you've got to play hard and hustle. Lee with an incredible athletic move will slow things down, and she got away with a lot of steps right there, but again, let's just let it go. Stone had her shot blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Mill River. Yeah, and it's going to be Taggart. To Lee, came around that high screen and made that look easy. 33-2, Mill River. And you can see Blakelock turn. It was an open shot. It wasn't a bad choice. When you've only got 2 points in 2.5 quarters, there is no bad choice to take a shot. To be quite honest with you, any shot's a good shot at this point. Maxim stepped on the inline, the baseline. It'll be a turnover. And Bagley. I know I talked to Jen Heath, the Green Mountain College coach. She was here for the Windsor game, and she was watching Chelsea Bagley play. Now, I have no idea if Chelsea's interested in going to Green Mountain College, but Jen Heath runs a good program out there at Green Mountain College, and I know they've been getting a lot of notoriety for their green college, their biomass and biofuels and all that good stuff. They got a nice place to play basketball. They're in the Eagle Dome. But yeah, it's senior year for a lot of these players that I'm covering, and boy, Turgeon just in Windsor, Turgeon was unstoppable down low. That's why I didn't understand the last play of the game when Mill River's down only 2 points. They tried for a 3-point shot, and that was a disaster. It was easy to defend, and hey, a basket for Nicole Stone. 35-4 now, Mill River. I thought the way Turgeon was playing and going to the line a lot too, that she would be a very viable option. I like the idea of maybe plucking Taggart off the outside on the offense and letting her post up, but that didn't happen. And Bagley on the run off the glass and in. Nice shot. Shows you her whole menu of shots she has. She basically such a versatile player, Bagley is. Good soccer player, too, an outstanding soccer player. That's Pierce. No, again, not a bad choice. She was open, take the shot. 3:51 to go in the third quarter, and Taggart running the floor hard, and the follow-up by Turgeon. I like Turgeon. She's got a lot of spirit and a lot of heart, and she plays down low where it's tough, and she's not that big a person, and she plays like she's about 7 feet down there. Got a little, she's like, if you take it, she's got an awful intense look on her face right now. You know, in a 39-4 ball game, give her a lot of credit. That type of intensity. Lee, one of the captains, long pass to Michaela Stone, and she will get it. I had a feeling she'd bury it because I zoomed in on the basket. It's not accidental. 5 players going to be coming in for Mill River. Looks like Haley LaBelle Stephen, Burden, Ames, Hinternetter, and Pritchard. That's what's going to be coming in after the timeout. 41-4. Mill River the lead. 3:13 left in the third quarter. Men's basketball. Like I said, they'll be playing VTC. I'll have that game for you. They're playing Sage College of Albany. I'll have that for you. That's a good game. And they got one more. I just got to remember who it's against. But I'll have them all 3 of the CSJ remaining home men's basketball games. You might say, well, what happened? Oh, look at the steal. Harrington? No. Harrington fouled going to the line. I believe it'll be the first time to the line for Woodstock in the ball game. It'll be their captain going to the line, Stephanie Harrington. Well, you might say, hey, I see a lot of CSJ men's basketball on, but what happened to the women's basketball games? I tape them, I videotape them. To be quite honest with you, they've been so horrific. And I don't mean just the lopsided scores, but the lack of discipline, the lack of coaching. And I really do like the college. That I decided, since I'm an independent and I taped them, and I'm under no contracts or I'm not using anybody else's equipment, that they were just so god-awful. And I didn't think it was the best interest of the college to air them. So I didn't hand them in. That program needs a whole new start down there. Not the players. Whether the coach can recruit or can't recruit, wants to recruit or doesn't want to recruit, they got to get a coach in there that can do the job. So that's why I haven't seen any women's basketball. Now, I'm saying I'm doing them a favor. I just don't think it really represents. They've had a game where they've had 5 intentional fouls called, and nothing was ever said to the players. They've had skirmishes just because of the frustration setting in of getting beat by 30, 40 points. They lost last night to Fort Kent. It was an ungodly score. Like I said, I'm a complete independent, so I can decide if I am or not going to hand in things. You know, you go down, I go down with my equipment, my tape, my DVD. I spend 2.5 hours of my time taping the game. You don't know how much of a pain in the butt that is not to hand something in after that kind of effort, giving away 2 hours of your life. So I probably won't be that generous with my censoring, and that'll be a backcourt call. 41-5 with 2:08 to go in the third quarter. Mill River on their way to this win. And it'll be Pierce and Stone in the backcourt. I will have some softball action for you coming up. And then now they're saying, Jerry, it's 20 degrees outside. Well, yeah, but before you know it, it's always cold during Vermont softball. Weak side rebound by Maxim was no good. Comes back to Stone, and she'll put the shot up. No. Oh, Woodstock. And against the second unit, travel should be called. No, they're going to call foul. Against the second unit in there for Mill River, getting a lot of second and third chances. Yeah, and Coach Mill River wants a 30-second timeout, maybe just to get everybody organized over there. But it is 41-5. The Minutemen would lead on Munger Vision. Well, yeah, if weather permits and I can get out of work early enough, I plan on going up doing some Otter Valley softball, of course, some Mill River softball. I'm undecided about Legion baseball. That's a humongous commitment. And other than a couple of the veterans and stuff that watch it, and some of the parents, it just seems like a lot of effort sometimes for the end result, which is lack of appreciation, to be quite honest. I'm going to cut back my schedule next year anyways quite a bit. Like I said, between 75 and 100%. So, but upcoming games will be St. Joe's boys for sure. Some more Mill River boys and girls basketball action. Softball coming up. I think there's a West Rutland game in there somewhere. Yeah. The Woodstock right now working them with 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. Stone working off a screen, wants to bring it over to the elbow, turns, fires off the mark, rebound battled for. Hinternetter will get it, and she'll put it on the floor and dribble to an open spot herself. Now she'll find the point guard Ames. She'll swing the ball over. 39 seconds to go. I guess it's not out of the realm of possibility that they might play for the last shot. No, they're going to present itself there. Pritchard flashed open, turned, fired, was fouled, and Madeline Pritchard. Speaking of softball, she played softball for Mill River last year, and she had a ball over the fence and hit my car. Put a big dent in my roof, cracked my clear coat, peeled it, and I haven't gotten it fixed yet because it costs a lot of money. Wasn't her fault that she hit the ball that far. 44-5 now, Mill River. So Madeline has matched her jersey number on the scoreboard. And look at her foul. I think she might have a lane violation. Yeah. Yeah. Madeline got her own rebound because she left a little bit early, and that's what the wave it off the basket. It'll stay 44-5. Stone will hand the ball off to Pierce. And she has 20 seconds to work with on the game clock. Woodstock running that wheel. Harrington going down inside, and that was well played by Pritchard, and Pritchard will tie up the basketball as her and Blakelock get there and battle for it. 9.2 seconds to go. There's a lot of time for Woodstock because they're in their offensive end of the floor already. Well, she did not cross the line and shot up and a little strong. And on the floor they go, and Ames, I don't think there's enough time. Nope. That'll be it. We'll mercifully go to the fourth quarter. 44-5, Mill River over Woodstock on Munger Vision. And Ames, LaBelle Stephen, Hinternetter, and Pritchard, the five. They'll come out and start the fourth quarter. That's Ames, the ball to Burden. Must go down inside to Pritchard and tell him. Pritchard's looked good in this ball game. She went in against Windsor and made a basket, and then she didn't really see any more action after that. But Maxim with the shot will drain it. And Windsor Woodstock creeping up toward the timeline with that defense. Never quite see that before. They didn't press. They just kind of stretched their defense out and created more holes in it. To Pritchard, oh nice. Nice. She presented herself and they made a passing lane, and the pass was right there, and she went to the hole strong, and she got the foul. But she goes through Woodstock, I do, to go to Windsor. In July, they have the Harpoon Brewery has the New England Barbecue Festival Championships out there, and I'll tell you, that's a cool event. If you like the smell of food, this is where you gotta go in July, man. These are the New England Barbecue Championships. Oh my God. You can smell it 10 miles away getting there. Oh God, it's good. So that's the third personal foul on Blakelock, and Pritchard will get 1 and 2. 45-7, Mill River. It was never really a doubt halfway through the first quarter at 17-0 that Mill River was going to win. It was just a matter of a couple things, like were the officials going to blow a lot of unnecessary whistles? Was there going to be somebody who needed to call a lot of timeouts? No big injuries. And I'm being very honest with you. When it's 17-0 in the first quarter, if you can't get a feel for how the game's going to go, you really should be at a basketball game. Ames cautiously into the front court. We'll go to LaBelle Stephen to Burden. Oh, Hinternetter was open. They didn't give the ball. They'll go to Pritchard. There's the baseline. Burden. No. Oh, Pritchard one more time maybe. Yeah. Oh, look at Madeline battling. And she got fouled. battling Madeline Pritchard out there, doing a good job, number 44. That will stop the clock with 6:37 left. As we have a substitution. That's Kyle Weatherhog, who played JV game earlier against Fairhaven, saved herself a quarter to come in, and she'll be coming in on the second shot, and that's good. And Weatherhog will replace Ames, and for Woodstock, they have a switch coming in. Number 20 is Courtney Maxim. She'll come in for Blakelock, who will get a breather. And Pritchard, 1-2 again, 46-7, Mill River. Open, Iavani, short. Saved on a good hustle play down there by Maxim, and Weatherhog has the ball stolen away by Harrington, and she'll just recycle now. There's the push front court, and Burden will get the foul. That will stop the clock with 6:14. And which Maxim was that? That was Courtney Maxim that was fouled on the play. Nobody in a bonus yet, and obviously that wasn't in the act of shooting, so. Yeah, halftime I just kind of walked around the hallway for a minute, and a couple people also, what are you doing here taping this? You know, why don't you go home? Because I've already spent, I scheduled my day to be here, spent the JV game here, spent the first half of this game here. What would I do with a half a game on tape? Internetter, oh, rounding out. Maxim with the rebound, you know. Give it off on his side to Harrington. They said there's only 2 subs. There's only 7 players listed for Woodstock. No JV program, so that's going to take a lot of work and some more bodies for them to improve themselves. As Bird wrestled the ball free, literally wrestled the ball free to Haley Lavelle Stevens to Pritchard, who's going to get a lot of work here today. And Pritchard will be rewarded for her hustle down the floor with the basket. So Madeline making the most of her playing minutes. Madison Cornell, number 10, going to be coming in the ball game for Mill River. She also played in the JV ball game prior to this. Did very well. She had a couple 3-pointers in that JV game. She'll replace Burden, so some of the underclassmen getting some varsity experience for Mill River. Up and no. An open look by Harrington, just a little bit off the mark. Weatherhog is going to run the point. The problem that Weatherhog has occasionally, because usually she's an outstanding player, is sometimes she goes a little bit faster than she goes too fast sometimes, and she can't take the game in and digest it. Sometimes she's just got to take a breath and slow it down like 1 or 2 notches. I'm not saying that she's going to do that today, but in a couple of JV games that I've watched, when she gets a little bit, she can play at 100 miles an hour good, but she goes like 101 miles an hour. Sometimes she's got to bring it down just that 1 mile. That'll be a push from behind on Amanda Maxim, and that'll be the 4th team foul. So each team with 4 team fouls apiece. Nobody, it doesn't even matter if anybody's in foul trouble, to be honest with you. It is 48-7 Mill River. Boy, LaBelle Stevens at the last second was told the ball was coming, made the catch without turning her head to look. That was pretty impressive. Maxim breaking into the front court, up foul, going to the line, shoot a couple. Weatherhog will pick up the foul. And Amanda Maxim, because there's 2 Maxims out there, and they look like twins to me, so this is Amanda taking the shots. And that's good. I've never heard such a quiet gym from the home side who's winning by 40. So Maxim on her second shot. Got it. And again, they don't press in the back court, but they bring up 3 people up top. And I understand that's a trap, but look at the number disadvantage you have down below. Now, that was just a freak thing right there. If Mill River executes correctly, they'll have a odd man advantage numbers-wise every time against that defense. I can see bringing 2 people up to create the trap at the midcourt stripe, but you got to drop a guard in the back to stop the ball from coming up freely also. Or player, doesn't have to be a guard. LaBelle Stephen frustrated with herself, but you can't give up on a play like that, and then Maxim on the steal attempt will dribble the ball out of bounds. And Burden coming in, and it'll be interesting to see who she's going to come in for. LaBelle Stephen, yeah, and I have no idea what he's going to talk to her about, but I'm just wondering if that was a reflection of the frustration or if she's injured or some point. She actually looks like she's holding her midsection, like she could be having discomfort. So she might be actually injured, so on the drive, a foul will be called. And Harrington will go to the line with still 3:55 to go in the 4th quarter. Yes, there is some concern over Haley LaBelle Stephen. That could be. So you got a couple people looking at her over there, and she's going to lead with the trainer. I don't know what's wrong with her. It could be totally very simple. But that could be why she was having a problem executing on the court. Hopefully it's nothing serious. And we're going to have a timeout taken. Yep. By Mill River, full timeout, 48-9. Minutemen with 3:50 to go in the 4th quarter. So Cornell and Weatherhog now in the backcourt for Mill River. Burden's out there, Pritchard and Hinternetter. Pritchard, they're going to call it jump ball. Looked like they had a lot of iron, but it'll be Woodstock basketball. No, it'll be Mill River basketball. So everybody heads back down to the center of the floor. Well, like I've always said, the more intense the game, the easier it is to call the game. Cornell with a 2-point shot. I would sound more moronic than usual if I was to crank it up and say, oh my God, 3-point shot. I mean, it is 50-9. You got to have a perspective on what you're watching here. So Cornell again will inbound the ball to Weatherhog. Kyle Weatherhog, number 4. That's for Pritchard. Boy, she made a nice grab. They want to get the ball down to Hinternetter, and Max will go and slap the ball away. Now it'll stop the clock with 3:08 to go in the ball game. Overtime not really lingering tonight. Yeah, you got to put some zip on that ball. Be out of bounds. It was Harrington that had a chance for the steal. And they'll give the ball on the side to Hinternetter. Oh, that's a foul. That's a big time foul. Yeah, and they're going to send Cornell out of bounds, and nobody's in a bonus yet. So Cornell. Oh, nice inbounds play. Nice inbounds play in the basket by Burden. And so Woodstock with 2:43 left. I was just kind of watching. They're trying to find one of the players' parents. So I don't want to speculate. I was just kind of watching the drama unfolding away from the game. So shot up, no. Rebound, Weatherhog. She's going to get the quick push. She's got a 2-on-3. She's going to wisely wait and let the offense join her, and she'll set things up now. So Pritchard can have been the object of the offense here since midway through the 3rd quarter. There's beautiful pass. That was a beautiful pass to her. Woodstock now will hand the ball off to Harrington, and she'll come into the front court. Iavani had the shot blocked and ends up in the hands of Cornell, and she'll get it to her teammate Weatherhog. She's got company behind her, takes the bump, and nice pass off to Burden. Cornell got it. Boy, she's got a shot. If you count the JV game, she's got 3 threes now on the afternoon. 2 in the JV game, 1 here in the varsity. And just a minute 47 to go. Pierce to Maxim. Blakelock puts the ball on the floor. A lot of people around her. And Hinternetter will come out of the pack with that loose basketball. Off to Weatherhog. Burden. Pritchard. River called travel. Yeah, Madeline was trying to find the body there to lean on and create space for her to get her shot off. And there's just too much space for her to not put the ball on the floor for a dribble first. Now, there hasn't been a lot of turnovers by Mill River tonight, no matter who they've had in there. That's up and good by Iavani, a three-pointer. We'll make it 55-12 with 1 minute to go. Pritchard, right spot, got it. Picked up the loose ball, made the basket, and got fouled. Now we'll send Madeline Pritchard to the line, try to complete the three-point play. And that will stop the clock with 55 seconds to go. And Madeline Pritchard taking her time. Got it. Three-point play for Madeline Pritchard. She's made the most of her playing time here in the second half. She's looked very good out there. Harrington being guided by Cornell. They'll swing the pass over to Pierce, and she's able to handle it. Maxim back to Harrington. On the drive, they're running one-hander, no good, and it'll be an offensive foul on Hinternetter as she caught Harrington with an elbow, and Harrington will pop right back up. I'm just wondering if that's the 7th or just the 6th foul. So it'll be Woodstock's foul with 38. Okay, I got it. That was a 7th foul, but obviously it's a player control foul. Okay. That's why there's no shots. Three ball and Iavani, short. Comes down to Pierce, to Harrington, up, and she should be shooting 2 now. So Harrington will step to the line for Woodstock and get a couple free throws on the arm 2-shot shot. That is the official call, and that's going to be on Pritchard. It'll be her second personal. Got it. A bit of a line drive shot, but it'll go in for her. Well, everybody's seeing plenty of playing time deep in the bench for Mill River today. And Pritchard will find Weatherhog, and there's Kyle, and she'll get that long pass to Burden. Yeah, and they just got the word from the bench, no shots. They just want to pass the clock until it expires, pass ball around till the clock expires, which will happen in 10 seconds. So it'll be a 58-13 win for Mill River over Woodstock. They will sweep Woodstock. And actually, Mill River in fine shape heading into the next game. And that's it. Mill River with the win on Munger Vision.